Hi, friends. Welcome back. This reading is for the collective, and this is a reading that has to do with will they be back? Okay. Previous video was why did it end? What kind of transpired in between that whole thing? Okay. So this is going to be will this person be back? Okay. Breakups are not easy, to say the least. And sometimes things get even more complicated if they do come back and do try it again. But let's just see with this specific situation for the collective, will they be back? All right, Spirit, will they be back? Will this person be back? Okay, so you have the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Swords, the Six of Swords in reverse, the Empress, and the Nine of Pentacles. So looking at it this way, yes, they will be back. It kind of looks like they were just kind of trying. They do have love for this situation unconditionally. There is love here. They love you quite a bit here. For some of you, they view you as their everything. They see you as wife material, husband material, mother material, father material, whatever the case is, okay? Something that they can grow with. But there was things within themselves that they needed to change, that they needed to work on, that they needed to have conflicts kind of, worked out for them. They never left. They never walked completely away from this. They never moved on. They have not moved on. But they needed to learn some karmic lessons, really, hone in on what it is that they wanted to do here. There's no longer an internal conflict here. They had conflict of interest here, whether this was in between you and someone else, or you in work, or you in their self-growth, whatever it was, there was a conflict. They're no longer conflicted about it anymore. They've always been there, silently being there while they were trying to learn their lessons, fix their shit. They've always viewed you in a certain kind of way, in a warm, nurturing, loving kind of capacity. There is a lot of love here for this situation. They just needed to focus on getting the conflict down, learning the lessons, and building stability here. They had to get themselves uncomfortable so that they can make the changes that they needed to make. They needed to make those changes, and they focused on getting their money up. They focused on building a foundation for themselves so they had something to share with you. So the long and short of it is, yes, they will be back. They, in their mind and in their heart, they never left. They just had some things that they needed to take care of within themselves, okay, to make things better for the union, to have everything that you need, okay? So, yeah, they're coming back. They're going to come back. They're going to reappear to let you know exactly that. They might not have been able to tell you why they had to just go, because then it would have turned into, oh, well, I'm here, I got this, we can do this together. No, this was something that they had to do on their own. They had to do it on their own to make sure that they could deal with it. Okay. And for 90% of you, this absolutely is the man that had to go and do this, because in retrospect, okay, in the way we were molded, especially, in the era that I was, raised up in, okay, in the values of my parents and your parents, it is normally the man who provides. And if a man feels like he is not providing on some kind of level, then they tend to kind of disconnect here. So yes, if it's a traditional man, then yes, they separated themselves from the situation because they wanted to be able to give you everything, because you are the world to them. You are that person, and they want everything to be great for you. Okay. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles, please. Okay, the Page of Wands here. Yeah, they had messages coming in real quick, as in the form of karmic debt. There was things that they needed to deal with here. And it was a them thing. It had nothing to do with you. They got, they internalized certain things, and it just made them, feel not good. Okay. The Knight of Wands here. Yeah. And they were unstable. They were in an unstable energy, and they had to do what they needed to do. There is a lot of fire here. There is a lot of wands here. There is a lot of passion here. Okay. And a lot of movement, needing to get these things done so that they can offer what it is that they need to offer you here. Five of Wands in reverse, please. The Ten of Wands. See, like I said, there's a lot of fire here, guys. Okay. So that Ten of Wands, it was heavy. It was, not wanting to shoulder you with the burdens and the responsibilities of them. They didn't want to add more to your plate. And that is where the initial conflict came from. Okay. They have clearly dealt with that. They know what it is. Things aren't heavy anymore. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, they know what it is that they want. They know the partnership they want. They now have the ability, with the lessons that they've learned and the karmic debts that they've dealt with and the work that they've put in, they are now able to build that strong foundation, that strong partnership that they want, okay? Like I said, they never really moved on. They kept themselves there. Six of Swords in reverse, please. The Sun. Exactly, because you are their happiness. You are what it is that they want. They know exactly what they want here when it comes to this. Oh, okay. The Empress again. And the Fool. Yes, they are coming back, my darling. They want to take a risk. They want you to want to take a risk on them. They want to start new. They want a new beginning here. For them, it is still you. That Empress energy here, that unconditional love, that warmth, that grounded energy here. It's you. They want you. They just needed to deal with some things here. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, there is unconditional love here. Sweetness. There is nothing that, the Nine of Cups. This is a wish fulfilled for them. Their stability, being able to give you what it is that you deserve and what they want you to have. It's a wish fulfilled here. But they're afraid you're going to walk away. When they come back in, they're afraid you're going to walk away. Ace of Swords is at the bottom of the deck for that reconciliation, that communication. So yes, they will be back. There will be a conversation. They are afraid that you are going to walk away. So even with this conversation happening, it's still a fear of theirs, which is why they haven't shown themselves as yet. But they will. And when they do, it'll be all on you. But they wanted to make things better for you. They wanted to be able to offer you the stability and the structure and the foundation to build something great here. All right, let's just get some hidden truth here. What's the hidden truth, Spirit? Ooh, okay. I feel you even though we are apart. I am so attracted to you. I want to be more than friends. The timing just wasn't right for us, okay? But they are afraid. I feel you leaving me behind. And then you came closer than anyone, okay? I regret lying to you, okay? So there is, sometimes I lay awake thinking about you, okay? So they are coming back, all right? It's just going to take a little bit of time, and it's probably going slower than what you want, okay? But they had things that they need to figure out. They had things that they needed to deal with and do. But yeah, you are their person. They realize this, but they want to be able to treat you with the finer things in life, the things that you deserve, okay? But this communication is going to happen because they want that wish fulfilled here. They want to have that talk and not be so afraid that you're going to shut them down. They're hopeful that you're going to see the lessons and the changes that they've made. Okay? All right, that is what I have for you. I hope this helps. Please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I will see you in the next.